Welcome to Planet Pert.
Am I
Boy, you a
in that
fucking
one?
hater, boy. You can never beat me though, Pat.
Newport cigarette, New Orleans,
New Orleans
Parish,
Saints,
County
man.
Jail, whatever.
That nigga's welcome to Planet Pert, where you can get it free, but you got to be a G. Like a Newport Short, Louisiana Parish Jail, ain't got no filter. We on 20, man, which is great. 20, yeah. You know who else is on 20, man? Cardi, cause she about to do life out here. Nah, man. Let me stop.
I mean, but like,
Let me
so now that she got money, right?
Okay.
Like, is she going to get hit with the lawsuits now? Because that's the rich game, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, I once told my brother Aaron that I used to love getting in car accidents because that was the black man's lottery. That's how you got a new car.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes,
Hell
right?
yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah.
I got a
And
paint
so-
job that way.
That's how I got that.
I mean,
Honda.
that's real, right?
I got
And
two-
so
I
it's
got
like,
two
oh,
wrecks
it's
in
paid
30
off.
days.
Let's go.
Hey, that's how I got another lag.
Woo. Woo. But it's one of those things now that she got money, right? So now Cardi, who is now for the first time being brought, like her past is being brought to life, right?
It's coming back.
Well, like Love and Hip Hop, they edited that shit, right?
Yeah.
They kept her one way, right?
They gave
You
us a little
know,
bit.
man, you know QC isn't gonna let us get that grimy.
I know, but they gave us a little bit.
Yeah.
But Cardi been saying she used to set niggas up. This shit, that shit isn't really new. I think it's newer now to people because she's bigger now.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit about that before because I've heard her say that either on the Breakfast Club or somewhere before when she used to talk about her past of being the setup bitch or whatever, you know. But this shit has been going on forever. Like, I think you only fall victim to that when you give into people's bullshit. Like, I just saw her on the beach side with Offset somewhere, like having a good life right now, having a great
she's
time,
living
having a
that
great
good
and living the best life. Because the more you ignore it, people don't give a shit about shit for more than 5 minutes anymore.
Exactly.
But if you sit up there and you put out an apology and you do, I wouldn't apologize for nothing I did in my past, bro. Like I told y'all last week, we was grabbing McAssey in the club when we were younger. That was the wave of what we done.
I mean, that
I'm
was
not
the
gonna
wave.
I'm not gonna apologize for it. You can me all you want to.
Yeah.
Hey, prove it.
Prove it.
Well, we
You know
didn't
what
have cameras.
Yeah,
like
I know,
they
but
did
I'm just
back
saying,
then.
like, man, we make stupid decisions because we need to be able to grow from those things.
All right, so what do
anyway.
you think about her defense that she did it to survive? Because we all know, man. We all know.
That's why she did it.
Exactly.
That's why she did it. I know people who died in the midst of whether it was the female, whether it was the
Absolutely.
jacker, whether it was the person going over there, the John, or whatever the case
Yeah,
may
because
be.
we were saying it all.
I know people
on the-
died
on
in those
the-
situations, bro. It's not a fun situation. It's not a great situation. But even Pac, when Pac was like, check the room before we bone, you know what I'm saying, to make sure we're all alone, bro. Like, this has been going on since the beginning. Women been setting men up forever. And if it's too good to be true, and you a fucking 3, and she's a 10, inviting you over, you got to question that. My little homie Alami got shot 5-6 times in the back, man. Facts, man. Because he wanted to stop for a duck at 3 in the morning, went to pull up. He's so bad at aim, the dude ended up shooting him in the back 5 times, 6 times. I forget the number. But then shoot the bitch in the back, too.
Yep.
So he burns off because dude couldn't shoot. He ran out of bullets in his 380. He only had 8. So six in him, 1 in the door, 2, 1 in the bitch. You out of bullets, nigga. So my nigga like, fuck it. You know, burnt off, punched the chick in the face and kicked out the car, which is what I did. I did the same goddamn thing. Like, I probably would have killed her. Like, just being honest with you, because like, damn, you just set me
Yeah,
up.
those are situations. Yeah.
Yes, but she like, why would I set you up and I got shot too? Bitch, he didn't mean to shoot your stupid ass. He just thought he was gonna slump you, boom, y'all throw him out of there, and then y'all take off riding, bro. So these situations I've been living that shit for a long time. So I always tell people, don't pull up.
Well, the white people know now.
Well, I'm just talking in general.
Because let's just be
the golden
real.
rule is,
Over at
if she's
over
walking the
at
street after
Treasures-
midnight, she's not the one you need. You go ahead where you going, but if she's walking the street after midnight, she's not the one you need. Is all I'm telling you. I'm giving game.
But all I'm saying is, in game needs to be to these young kids, y'all doing stupid shit. Like, somebody needs to pull y'all aside and like really just educate y'all on some shit.
They need the
that
fucking
happened.
belt.
See, here's the thing that I got, because I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
The belt always don't work.
I don't
That's
think
true.
it's the
You know what I'm
belt.
saying?
I think right now.
Because I got that belt and I still wasn't shit.
No, but I think that what's
I hate
happening right now is what we always talk about, right? Attention is the new crack.
Of course.
It's always the same thing, right?
Exactly.
But just on top of that, these cell phones, they are now your computers, right? You might
Yes.
not
Pretty
have a
much.
computer, but you'll have a phone.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
so like now everybody has so much more knowledge than we did, right?
Yeah,
Like
true.
you remember when we used to get
It's
hipped
for-
on like we used to get like when
It's-
somebody used to be the first who always had the hottest shit and you were like,
Yes.
how you find that out?
Yeah.
Right? And they were just the ones who were plugged in, but now everybody's plugged in.
That
right?
that mystique of life though made life way much
It's
better
better.
for
Oh,
me,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Back
Because
to knowledge.
Okay.
They might have more knowledge, but they're fucking dumb.
yes, and that's
They
that's
don't
my
have the
whole
common sense.
that's my
Yeah.
whole point
Yeah,
of where I
no,
was about to
that's
go with that
serious.
shit.
Yeah.
Past like
we had common sense. We had to figure shit out.
yes,
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Now if we have a question, we just Google.
yes,
And it's right there in
Absolutely.
front of us.
yes.
Back
See,
then, we
a
had to
cheat
figure
sheet,
it out.
a cheat sheet,
Yeah.
and even with the cheat sheet,
Yeah.
smartphones do not mean smart people.
Hell no.
Seriously,
So
because
you
you're not
call
gonna
it
do no
the
research.
cheat sheet brought up smart people.
Yeah,
Yep.
But like, yeah, like I know people who are just like, yeah, and you go, really?
mm-hmm.
Huh? Where you find that out?
Yeah.
On a meme? And
Dog,
it's like, yo, that's real though.
it-
Like I've learned some shit on Facebook. Y'all know I share all
me,
that.
me too.
Y'all know I
Sometimes
share all
I
that.
fact check your true fact.
Man,
thing.
you should.
I do because I'm like, man, there ain't no way it could be true. And
You
then
should.
99% of the
Exactly.
time it be true. Sometimes it'd be like, yeah, that happened, but not really in the way that it was
Sometimes
described.
it's for me to go and fact check my own shit because I'm like, no, that can't be true.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
but like sometimes it's true, and it's like,
I
oh
don't-
shit.
I don't think that anything has changed. Going back to Cardi, I don't think Cardi's gonna get exiled or blacklist or anything
Oh,
like
no,
that
she
because
ain't.
as long as
Uh-huh.
she and you got to think about her fans. Her fans are ratchets,
Yeah.
you know, and even okay, even the white ones, because where you was like, how did the white people now they see that she's like,
No,
Nick,
white people now know.
but they don't care.
Like we knew who Cardi was. Everything that Cardi was saying, I believed her.
yeah,
I
of
believed
course.
her, dog.
When she was like,
it's
she'll
because
drag
like
a bitch
I
by
know
the weave,
chicks
like, yeah,
like
she-
that,
she
and so like
will.
I'm all right. Like when people were like, "We gonna go over to the rodeo?" I was like, "No, I already know who those are."
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I already know.
12 in there.
Halloween. You know, like Halloween, women use that one day to be a slut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's
It's
that's
like,
Cardi.
If I listen to her, I can be as ratchet.
That's what I wanna
As I
be.
want to be.
I wanna
And
be.
she speak for the ratchets, bro. Like,
Exactly.
But
like
women don't have that type of stamina to be as ratchet as Cardi brings.
oh yes, they do. Yes, I met one this weekend. I met one this weekend. My
Yep,
cousin,
yep.
my
Got
cousin,
all the stamina,
my
man.
cousin, her friend came down, and the thing about it is, this chick is beautiful.
Okay,
This chick is ratchet as Cardi B,
I got you.
and she sing, and she's entertaining. Like the whole time she was there, she was entertaining. And I was
Really?
like, girl, you a star. Like not even on the flirty shit. She was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, you let me. She's like, he do music too. She's like, oh, you got a track? Oh, I sing. And she went into this whole, but her, if you put a camera on her, bro,
Go.
she's a star, bro. The only problem, she lives in Baton Rouge, and they were only coming down here to visit. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, next time y'all come down here, most definitely we'll go to studio,
Yeah.
and just to sample that and throw it out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But the ratchetness, that's just who she is, though.
I
She's
know
not
it's the
pretending.
way.
She's not fake. It's just that Cardi is a staple for women just like her. I'm telling you.
No,
facts,
and
bro.
I feel you because
Facts.
everybody has
Like a
that
little
one
Kim was in
person
the
that
90s.
rises.
Yeah,
Yep,
and she's
very
not dumb
much.
either. Like she's just energetic.
No,
Ask y'all a question.
no, I'm with you.
Do
Go.
y'all think the ratchetness has become highly marketable now?
Yeah,
No, I think it.
why
I think it
not?
is.
Why not?
I think it's a type
Yes,
now, just
yes.
like how there's a Pac and there's a Biggie, right?
Yep.
True.
Right, and it's like the big guys were like, "Man, I'm
Well,
big.
well,
Like I'd like to be bigger."
let me. So, what's
I love me a ratchet bitch.
Tiffany Haddish, right? Tiffany
Yeah,
Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish.
She
Oh,
made
yeah.
she made her way into the game by being ratchet as well. So you
Is that
can-
what that
Yeah.
movie was about? Because you know I don't want.
Well, she was just like the ratchet chick in the movie, just like the
On the girls' trip, she was the ratchet one,
Yeah.
right?
Sell it the grapefruit and all the other. Yeah,
Yeah.
So she was. That's how she kind of came up in the game. It's like outspoken. You know what I'm saying? And that's all what ratchet really means in that category is when you're just too flamboyantly outspoken. I'm not ratchet like you're selling food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
yeah.
selling food stamps
Like,
is good.
Like,
that's what I
right.
mean. That's what I mean. But there's a time and a place to say it how it is.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't have that time and place. That's what ratchet means to me in that regard. Like you could be
Yeah.
in the middle of church and be like, he can't. I know he ain't coming here with that shit. He wore that shit to the club last night.
Yeah.
Like not just whispering to your girl, like, hey, you know she wore that. Like that's what I mean. Like there's a time and a place, and ratchet they don't discriminate. They don't give a shit. They go call a spade, at that time. You be at your grandma's
Nah, I
funeral
don't
and they
let
be
ratchet
like, man, that
motherfuckers come
bitch was
around.
stupid anyway.
Right.
Look at that. That's the nigga she's
You
fucking
can't
right
get this
there.
close to the king, man.
Yeah, right.
Nah.
I'm just telling you, man. Like that's so. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna affect her. It's not gonna hurt her, dude. She's gonna be okay.
She gonna be
She's
alright.
gonna put another album out. It's
All
gonna
right,
do well.
so now she's about to go to album 3, right? And so like she
2 officially.
2, yeah.
2, or we had
Mix,
2.
mixtape, whatever. She
Yeah.
she put a lot of mixtapes out.
Yeah.
Album number 2.
Okay,
I don't know much about
is
it.
she
Well, you right on
is
this.
she bona fide now?
She's already. Cardi had
Bona fide?
She had the most #1 singles by any female in a long ass time, bro.
Yeah, but Nicki Minaj beat
she passed
Aretha,
her. Nah, but she.
and we all know that
that's-
Aretha is
yeah,
a
but
lot different from Nicki.
Nicki Minaj padded a lot of those numbers too, but Cardi at the same time had like 1 through 20 or whatever, top 100 the most. Because remember when she was popping, she had the Spanish song, the Bruno Mars, Kodak. And then when the album dropped, she had that all the ratchet songs that the
No,
women
man, I
like.
stopped. You know, I cut it off.
They care for me. Whatever.
No, I cut off. I don't want to hear any.
Whatever.
of it.
But no, I mean,
Because-
I don't like.
nah.
Female, I told you I don't like female rap because it just doesn't appeal to me. Not that I don't like female rappers. I think female rappers are dope for the most part, and I
Gotcha.
listen to their songs and be like, damn, she could really spit. But when they start talking about sucking dick and doing shit that buying bags and doing shit that I don't relate to, it's like, nigga, I can't see myself top down on a Sunday driving down West Hammer. You know what I'm saying?
No,
talking
it's
about
too much exotic.
talking about sucking dick through grapefruit. Like, I don't want to hear about that shit.
Wow,
like,
who said that?
No, it was Tiffany Haddish. I was just
Tiffany
blending the
Haddish. All right, real
ratchetness.
talk.
I was just blending the ratchetness just together. Like,
Well, it
I was
just kinda makes it-
ah.
Well, it's like people be over like, yeah. I don't fuck with female rap because they don't write their shit, right? And I'm
That's
still
a lie.
That's true.
Well,
That's a lie.
Some do and some don't.
That's a lie.
all right, dude.
Well, Queen Latifah did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Mia
everybody.
X.
Just like Drake
Yeah.
didn't not write all of his songs, right?
I know, but let's keep
But
it
all
above-
I'm
let's
saying-
not just say they're not writing shit because Nicki write her shit too.
Yeah, Nicki writes.
Nicki write her shit
All
too.
right, so
But
what
it's
is she
not
writing?
talent.
What is she really pushing the bar on?
But she ain't really pushing the ball.
Dude, I don't need to hear about anybody sucking dick anymore. I don't care about any of your Louis Vuitton unless you getting paid from that shit. I don't want to. I want to hear
That's
no
why I like
name
Mia
drops.
X. That's why I like Mia X though. I thought Mia X was dope because of that. Because Mia X,
I'm talking about who
She
putting
had
out
that
now.
raw song.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Because like whenever
she
you
made
tell
songs
me
about-
whenever you tell me about all the Cardi shit, right?
Okay.
I haven't listened to real music by other people in a while because I'm a creator, right? We
True.
go into our own bags on some
I hear
shit.
it on my bike rides.
And so it's
My
like
guy plays
every
it.
once in a while I'll hear something and I'll be like, oh, that shit is cool.
Yeah.
But it's really my 20-something-year-old sister who even keeps me, like, I was calling Six Black. I still call him Six
I
Black.
still think his name is Six Black and I'm
Six
black
Black.
too when I see it. Six Black.
So it's like,
I was like, who the fuck? What the fuck is this Six Black?
everybody
It's
keep
like,
making
oh,
fun of
okay,
me. But,
black.
like, I don't give a fuck because, frankly, nobody's pushing the envelope anybody, right? Now that everybody can make it on a computer and everybody saw the same YouTube video, we're all making the same tracks. And that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
And until somebody's willing to just be man enough to just sit out there and stand up and say, I'm going to make a fucking mistake because I'm going to play it right now. I'm
Yeah.
going to spit this verse right now. You know how, like, I even talked about J. Cole, how I got pissed off over at the All-Star game because it's like, yo, man, you're gonna still say your track, but you're gonna still have backing vocals to where it don't sound right. And so everybody who actually has been waiting to hear J. Cole spit,
Yeah.
they're not getting that live
Well, nobody
experience.
nobody
getting
really
that
does
bullshit.
that anymore.
Yeah, they got to remember the managers have a lot to say in
Man,
that
fuck
too.
that.
Well, the deal is okay. As an artist, let me tell you, like,
Go.
when it was just me
Uh-huh.
and Texas T. We started off with putting our vocals really low in the background. So we had
Mm-hmm.
a regular mix that we passed out, and then we had the vocals low in the background, heavy on the hook because I just did the whole verse. I'm tired, mouth dry.
No,
I
that's
need-
exactly
I-
what you should
I
do
need
is
to
have
take
it
a-
on the
I need
hook.
to take a sip, heavy on the hook.
Yeah.
But when the verses came, I always used to win first place, and people were just like, "Why?" Because half the time we couldn't even understand. And some of these dudes were really dope because my ear was tuning past that and just listening to the background,
'Cause you
and I was
can,
like,
yeah.
"Damn, this
Yeah.
dude's really dope." Like these dudes could spit, but their music was so heavy on the vocals that they were on top of their vocals. And when I went over to Black Label, I was telling them, you know, the way I like the season, but they're like, "Man, everybody don't know they." They're like, "Man, I know the verse for everybody, so if somebody fall off on the word, I'll just pick it up." But niggas don't listen; they want to do things their way. We did it. We always end up doing it their way, and I really didn't give a shit. But
No.
but
That's why I don't fuck with hip hop anymore.
The true professional sound. Ain't even going to hip hop concerts. It's just basically you listening to a nigga rap to his shit on top of his other lyrics on stage. That shit's corny to me. As an artist,
all right,
I don't need and I've had this happen to me. Our mics cut off. Well, not even the mic, the whole beat system, whatever the hell he was mixing on, shuts off. So the only thing I have is a mic acapella because this nigga done jammed up. Yeah. And I didn't miss a beat, bro. I'm still up on there. I did the whole song, and it was a tongue twisting song too. So I was like, okay, perfect. Now I get to display me. So now I get to the front of the stage, put one foot on the edge, and when it just got into my bag and never stopped.
Because that used to be the game. That used to be the bag.
But never missed. When that beat stopped, I didn't turn around like, what's going? I just kept spitting. And when I was done, everybody standing ovation. They was just like, they was like, bro, man, I don't know what the fuck going on back there, man. But he was like, man, you ain't even not one. And I was just like, man, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like after the song was done, I gave him time to reset and get the beat back and do whatever he got to do. But in the moment, one thing about T always told me, nigga, we're in the moment. So even if we fuck up, me and T used to tongue twist. We be drunk. We look at each other. We laugh. And then we get right back into it.
Man, shout out to the young Quincy Jones.
And people always admire how much fun we was having, bro. Because at the end of the day, that's what you want to get out there. Do you want to get out there and have the most fun that you can have? These dudes aren't really saying much, so they have to do this stack over shit. Not Cole, because Cole raps. But you know,
but they're all doing it.
But everybody does it because it's lazy music.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear the laziness, man. Like I understand that we making cake for the first time in a long time, right? True. That's true on hip hop, right? Mm-hmm. Say whatever you want about Elvis. Eminem brought the bag, son. Yeah. And like my man, he brought that. And he brought all the fame and all the attention, but what went away was the craftsmanship, bro.
Yes,
dude. I was over watching this video about Boy Wonder, and you know, Boy Wonder has hits, right? He has hits, right? But like listening to him talk about how he was putting together a beat off of packs that somebody already played, off of a guitar loop that he just happened to turn up and speed it up, right? But like all these different,
you talking like the drum loop packs. Or
my man didn't do one thing, right? He just to where I thought, oh, now don't get me wrong. As the producer, he compiled it all and put out the finished product, right? Not gonna knock that man's hustle. He's done it. He's done it enough for plaques, right? But all I'm saying is, back in the day, if you were Miles Davis, you had to go blow that fucking horn. And you had to get it right. You had to get it right on the track, right?
Shit, Pimp C them back with and fucking
Pimp was over there laying layers on his shit, singing it.
Yes,
he was singing it.
Like you had to play it. Even like Scarface was like, man, if you go back and listen to that, all I have in this world, all I have. He was like, you go back and listen to that. He was like, man, the sample wasn't even on track on beat. A lot of times, if you go back and really listen to it, like because they didn't have the loop ability, that was somebody that was punching that in the whole time and had to go through and play the whole thing live. So I mean, the artistry level back then was just way different, bro.
If you go over to the first Public Enemy, Flavor Flav played all the instruments.
Didn't know
that's the reason why he was there.
That's dope.
That's motherfuckers just think about him being the guy, but he was that guy who was filling in.
What are they really saying nowadays? That's just gonna wonder about for you. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, like let's talk Kodak for a minute because this nigga talking about he should be in the same category with Pac and Big. And Michael Rapaport tore his ass up. Okay, you know. Then he come back on stage like fuck Michael Rapaport and you know some shit because you could barely understand half the. Every three words, you can understand what this retarded ass dude is saying, bro. Like, you know, I call it retarded because that's probably a diss to slow people. You feel me? Like, cause
it is a diss to slow people.
Yeah, because
Kodak is on
probably like a step underneath that. Just a disrespectful little asshole, to be quite frank and honest with you, bro.
I think
like,
he's young.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that, bro.
I got you.
Fuck that. Because Bun them was 16, 17, 18 years old when they came in the game. They didn't come in the game shitting on everybody. There's a lot of niggas that came in the game young. That was not like that, bro. So to that even with the 6'9", when everybody want to give him a cop out for being young, I'm tired of watching Joe and them say that. I'm tired of watching everybody say that because those people are pussy and they scared to say what they really feel. See, here, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about that, bro. Your young ass come out here playing grown man games, you go get done up like a grown ass man with me, bro. You know what this episode be called?
The belt.
The belt. Bring the belt out.
Bring out the
Pick the
belt.
switch.
Well, it's like some
Don't
people
give me a
do need
switch.
the belt
But
right
nah,
I
now.
have a story
All right.
about that when you're done.
I'm where I'm going with that, man, is just like this dude is just like so but it's just like no talent. No, I just don't see the talent level, and I don't really care what the kids like, right? Because the kids, here's why these artists get in over their head, because kids like what parents hate.
Exactly.
We did too.
Okay.
Feel me?
Yeah.
I'm listening.
And we don't necessarily think that it's the dopest thing at the time, but it annoys the fuck out of my mom, my dad. So I'm gonna play it anyway.
I feel that.
Facts, cause you go back and listen to shit now, and be like, man, this shit was fucking trash. I've been back and listened to old albums before, even some of the Master P, and I'm a big fan of Master P. Even some of those albums and songs, I was just like, I love this back in the day. This nigga was offbeat. The track was fucked up.
Yeah.
Nah, stop hating on Silk,
Yeah.
man.
Silk. Man, come on, man.
What?
Nah.
Wow.
It ain't my fault. Oh yeah, that's cap.
Man,
That's cap.
No Limit was just entertaining. I wouldn't call it like really like.
They was hard, but Silk was trash.
Yeah, they would. That's why if you wanted to like get
I can't let y'all
Get
do
crazy.
that, Master
Anyways,
P. I want to be in one of your movies one day.
About the belt. about the
I want to
belt.
play you.
Like me and X. Yeah.
No, fuck that. Master P, you should contract us to make one of your movies one day. And
Shit.
Pert can
I'm
like
explain
play
my whole
you.
obsession with the belt.
Go ahead, Pat.
All
Give
right.
me your belt. Give me your belt shit.
We're getting ready to meet. I think it was her cousin's birthday. My wife's a couple weeks
All right.
ago.
Yeah.
So I was walking in the house with the belt.
Oh, you
going,
see how he dropped the wife, everybody.
Ooh,
and she's
yeah,
like,
I heard that.
what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
you
shit.
were a good fucking kid,
Hell
weren't
yeah.
you?
What?
I'm like, if you're a bad kid, you'd be like,
You already
you have a
know.
flashback.
Yeah.
You already
Snap.
know.
And she goes,
The
and she
alligator
still didn't
snap?
get it. She still didn't get it. I'm like, it's my fucking belt. That's when
What?
you're about to get your ass whooped.
Oh yeah,
Bad
baby.
business.
Hell
Better
yeah.
get right.
Hey, you
Hey,
know,
that's classic right
You
there.
better
boy.
get right.
man.
That's the warning snap too.
It's like,
That's
whoa.
If you know what that sound is, you were a good kid.
Yeah,
Can we talk
yeah.
about somebody else who needs the belt right now?
Who needs the belt?
Probably me.
No.
You let your
Man.
wife give you the belt.
Man, my man's like freshly newlywed. They going
You know, white
home.
people like get tied up and get hit with the belt. And shit, man,
y'all
you know.
over here still doing shit. But no, man, do you hear that Birdman who didn't pay anybody, especially Lil Wayne?
Mhm.
Did you do a song with Lil Wayne?
Well, no, he's back with Juvie. He
With
just
Juvie,
did a song with Juvie.
Juvie getting his bread right now.
But we ain't
Yeah.
gonna hit on that one. Just the fact that they say that they've made
got it,
$2
Chip?
billion.
No, all the text came through because he ain't put it in D&D. Your phone. I hear you.
It's cool. They all running.
No, that was not the main one. I think.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
Slide it back up. Right at the bottom. It's right there at the bottom. Oh, Face ID. To turn the camera on?
Too bad.
No, you can't do that on the podcast.
That's the main one. You might want to fix that one.
Yeah, I think we just cut it.
All right. Well,
I can do
Come
that.
on, we just cut it.
You know what I'm
Put
saying?
it out after the text. You just-
Put a timestamp. 23:15. I hate when y'all have to cut it because then I have to slide my video around, but it's all good. I always end up fixing it.
You go right here too. There you go.
Fine.
There you go. You should put in D&D because you was getting like 99 texts.
What the fuck is D&D?
Do not disturb, bro.
Oh.
Dick and doorknob. Let me give you something you can understand, Patty. Dick and doorknob.
I don't need to know that one.
His shit like Kanye. 0, 0, 0, 0.
0, 0, 0, 0.
His shit is
Maybe one.
his shit like Kanye when he went to TV. That nigga said 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 on camera. I said, look at this fucking dick weasel, man. Oh my God, man, he can't come back, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. That dude's he's forever banned to me. Yeah, he's not black anymore, bro. That nigga, I don't care how many church sessions he do. I don't care if the new album is fire. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. Like, y'all can care about that shit. Y'all can jam it. But that dude is dead to me. Like, he's all the way done.
He coming back, man.
Cool. I'm not fucking with him. I'm fucking with all his old shit. I'm still jam it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not opposed to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I still catch myself singing some of his verses, Rick Ross albums and shit when they come on.
Since we're taking this one anyway, let me go get the other phone because
Okay.
Aaron's stopping by with the iPhone gimbal.
Well,
Okay,
we gonna
that's what's
pull
up.
then.
Yeah, here, hit him. You know what I mean?
This little
But
splash. This little splash in there.
Hey, that's 5.
Hey, man, well, you know,
A little splash. God, you heavy over here.
that's because I have most of the
You
coat.
still,
Let me pull up these.
you're still on your face up, Cam.
oh, I know, but I ain't. You know,
I'm just letting you know.
well, I was still
Where we were at.
talking shit.
I think we were still over recording.
I was still talking shit. Oh well, I mean, when you hopped up, I kind of like sidebarred the conversation.
I got you. I'm not worried about anybody.
Huh.
Hey man, my nigga Big Soldier still ain't paid nobody. It's been 4 months. Nobody got their Soldier stuff yet. Like the game systems, the ear pods, none of that shit. Big Soldier over here looking like a Chinaman that just ran off with everybody's bread. That nigga looking like the nigga from Enron. He done took everybody's
Right,
bread
everybody.
and told them they about to get this shit. Ain't nobody getting that shit right now, bro. Big Soldier's over here eating all these monkey ass niggas, and I can't even be mad at him, bro. Because if you that fucking stupid, hey, it is what it is. People buy. That's what I'm saying. Like people buy into like celebrity brands and things because those little game systems been around, right? They sell them shits in the middle of Sharpstown Mall. You can go and buy like the little Nintendo
Yep.
with 100 games on there, the emulators, all that good stuff. But the moment you put a stamp on something, a label on something, people flock to it and make it seem like it's the
Better.
best thing since ice cream, bro. Like,
Yep.
that's why when I was talking shit, I was like, man, people are so predictable, like, and people are so lame, you know, and they get into they get into everything, even the Jussie shit. When I was just like, bro, again, we gotta talk about this again, like, because everybody wants to be part of a conversation, and that's why I be like, man, I hate human beings, like I really do. I really wish I could, like, if I could just like jump on a spaceship with 100 people and go to try to find a new planet. Like, I literally would, man. I'll be one of the first people to sign up. Like, I'll leave my friends, family, kids, everybody. I'm out of here, man, just to go do it and just experience something different and try to create a different culture because once you create what we have, there's no way to take away from it at this point. Like, we're stuck with that. You can't negate from it and say, all right, let me pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, we're stuck with stupid people for the rest of our lives. We're stuck with this phone shit where someone will watch a woman get beat up, watch an old lady get kicked on camera on the subway, and won't step in and do something about it. And that shit is just sickening, man. Like that's the point in time that we're at, you know, especially in the year that man, it's 2019, bro. Is that our focus, or are we really that in tune to where we need to be a part of a conversation or have the hottest video or like that just bothers the hell out of me, dude. Like that's why when I posted the other day to him, when I was telling him when I posted the other day about, man, like, people are fake, people are phony.
Yeah.
And I'm not from here. I don't feel like I'm just a normal human being because I don't care about. And that's not even me trying to outcast myself. This is just me telling you how I really feel. I don't feel like I'm a part of what the culture is today, of what everybody wants to aim at. You know, it just doesn't make me happy to share bad news for somebody, good news for somebody, or to ridicule someone. Now, I make fun of my friends all the time, but that's because I love them and we have fun. I know they're going to talk shit back to me, right?
Exactly.
I'm not going to go and make a million memes about a million people that I don't know, that I know won't give two shakes of a shit about me. So I'm just talking about the whole Jussie situation. Like Jussie's, yes, but I don't care about no fucking clout because
we didn't even know what that shit even.
like we were low. I'm low key. Like I'm low key of a clout any day.
Shit ever, like
to be low key.
Get a bag.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Yes.
think
That's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think
see
that
big
it is.
homie, low key, and got a bag and got the nice car.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, when they sign up for the 100 people to go to Mars, man, I want to be one of those people.
See, I don't want to just because it's such a long flight.
Yeah. Let's go out there.
Like, if you can figure out how, like,
It's
Elon
only
shorten
Musk,
it up.
if you
know
can
what I'm
shorten
saying?
it up, we can
It's
get over
only
there.
It's on every 4 years.
there.
Every 4 years, it's about 4 to 6 month flight. It'll be like a 4 to 6 month flight because we get close enough to Mars to where we could
No,
take
I'm
off
with
this
you.
way, and then Mars will connect with us. But the problem
I'm
is
with you.
you're not coming back. I'm happy with not coming back.
I'm not worried about coming back because like my mom left Pittsburgh and brought us here, and this is where we at. Like we all
I just
transplants,
don't want
right?
I just don't want
You
to
know
be
what
a
I
part
mean?
of this
True.
new
That
culture,
is
bro.
I think
I
think Pert, something happened to us, and maybe it's because we had the benefit, knock on wood, of getting older.
Yeah.
Because not everybody has that benefit, man.
That's true too.
We celebrated way too many funerals in this place, so like.
But I don't feel
yeah.
like it's the maturity of me even being older because I was a deep thinker when I
Nah,
was a little
but
kid,
it's
bro. And I never
I think the
needed
game
that
has
sense of-
changed, man.
I never need that sense of belonging, bro.
Right? So like
Maybe
at
it's
one
'cause
point in
my mama never
time,
hugged me enough.
at one
But
point
I
in
never
time,
wanted her to hug me that much.
Yeah.
but at one
exactly.
point in time, the theme to drugs was to replace something, right? Was to
True.
replace something, right?
Yeah.
I did drugs
But
to have
now-
fun. I never did
but
drugs to deal
now-
with depression,
but then-
Nah,
anything
that's
else.
true.
That's
Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying
It's
to
true.
you. But back in the day, it was to replace something, right? When all the jazz musicians were doing heroin and shit like that, they
That
weren't
was them.
trying to do heroin, but that was their shit,
was
right?
their shit, yeah.
But then all of a sudden it hit where like we were taking mollies and we were taking all the different types of different things to have fun, right?
Yes.
To love, to you know,
Yeah,
get things
I got
going,
you.
right?
I got you.
Our
I got you.
party drugs became different, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To where now I honestly think, bro, like a lot of the substances that we've had over the generations made by man has changed some things within
Okay.
us, right? Because
Okay.
like I
Yeah.
always say that we older, but it's not. It's like you can honestly tell somebody who's from the 80s, who was born in the 90s, who was born in the 2000s, just because of their references, how they go about things, how they know about things, you know what I mean? Like,
It's true.
Always somebody.
and so like, but right now, everybody's, instead of hustling, we all know what crack did, right? So like when somebody says attention is the new crack, we're like, man, stay away from attention,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But it's
I don't
like
want none of that shit.
somebody's over there like,
I don't want
ooh,
none of that
attention!
shit.
I got
Shit.
5,000
Look,
likes. I'm
okay.
like this, and I'm not even saying that because you know I'm on the Instagram, you know I'm on the
Yeah,
book,
but-
but
yeah.
it's like all these motherfuckers are like really living and dying trying to
Okay.
get a bag from it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
And once you
Exactly.
try to make a bag from it, that's when it becomes a different hustle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? And so now the hustle's different, bro. Because if you're popular, if you're that person with the newest kicks on the first day, then now that's a bag,
Right.
bro. That's money. You know how money gets us, right? Money changes us all.
Yes.
Changes us all, man.
So,
And so I think now that there's so many ways to get the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's hustling, but there used to be hustlers, right?
Yeah.
And they used to have their own code. But now, since everybody's an entrepreneur, everybody's hustling.
yeah, it's broken.
Right? Everybody
the
don't
code is
know the
broken.
rules, right?
That's true.
Everybody didn't get the same training that we got in Rocket Park,
Nah.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, they're gonna
Exactly.
tell you that they're gonna tell you that your old way of thinking is outdated anyway, though.
it's the
So
same thing.
I know, but they think the game has changed, but the game is the same. The players change.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's it.
So we learned to back away from those situations, right? Like you say, when you smoke crack, Chris is like, hey, that's bad.
That's
When
bad.
you see this attention shit, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
y'all not watching the attention shit. That's bad.
Yeah.
Look at Cardi. Nobody gave a fuck when Cardi was ratchet and broke,
Yeah,
talking
bro.
shit, right? But now that she has the attention, boom, you want to try to
You gotta
ridicule
have
her.
a platform.
You
now.
look at you look at Jussie. If he did that shit back in the day, the cops wouldn't even investigate it. If it was
Man,
me and you,
Jussie wouldn't
if
even
it was
made
me,
it to the news.
if it was thank you, if it was me and you making that claim, nobody investigates that.
Jussie
Exactly.
wouldn't have, no, because as soon as he would have made the police, right? Because that's the thing,
I
right?
still want to know
is
what
that
happened to the
police are
fucking black
still
girls in
pissed.
Africa.
Like,
Yeah.
the police are still pissed.
What happened to all
Right?
these girls that got kidnapped in Chicago? Fuck,
I got
fuck
you.
Jussie, bro. See, this is
But
where
the
my
la-
mind.
I got you.
I'm
I
let
got you. But the
I know.
last thing about Jussie is I wonder
Just
what's
sidebar.
about to happen next in that story to close it off because the police are mad. They're saying that they're mad.
I don't think he gets
And-
fired from the last 2 seasons of Empire because
I don't
the staff
think,
is
no, he's
fighting
gonna
right
get
now.
his job back.
The
They're
staff
gonna
is
bring him
fighting
back.
right now
No, they're
because-
gonna bring him all back
because there's no charges.
Everything's okay.
There's only 2 seasons
because he
left.
got away. He got
Yeah.
away. All
That's a
right.
good thing.
He paid. He paid whatever he paid.
I want him out of there, bro, because I'm
Yeah.
tired. Of,
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm
gonna lie. I hate.
tired.
I ain't gonna. I
The
hate
show's
that.
starting
yeah,
to
they-
not as good as it used to be.
And ain't nothing but like gay
Pert.
love scenes. I
That's
don't want to
it,
watch,
man.
bro. I'm not.
It's just
I'm
soap
not-
opera.
And I'm
Chicago
not
justice
I'm not,
is
I'm
different.
not homophobic.
Chicago justice is different,
Okay.
and police justice is different.
I don't want to see gay people have sex.
But Chicago police people.
Oh, the police are mad because the police are screaming that this was whitewashed. Like some white person higher up called the mayor and said, "Hey, watch out for my guy."
Anytime whitewash is a bad thing.
In the eyes of the cops, if the
No,
cops are, if the
in the
cops are,
eyes of anything except interior decorating, sir. I said my piece.
It was-
Right. These motherfuckers were on there pissed.
It was
And so I
whitewashed,
don't
man.
think I
Pat
don't
made a
think
call
my
and
man
got
is gonna
rid-
make it. I don't think that my man
Pat
is
called
gonna
his
make it.
goddamn dad. The cops looking now.
No, people were getting screwed.
Call my goddamn uncle.
Dude.
He's a goddamn senator.
Yep.
All right. And
Like,
that's all I gotta say
I'm
is
just
that
telling-
I would
well-
like everybody. The next thing, I think that there's gonna be some justice being made, and I just want to put it out there, X-Files style. I hope
happy.
nothing
I'm
happens.
happy. I'm happy.
I
You
hope
know why?
nothing happens.
You know I was happy that he got away with it. I know Pat wanted
Because
to
R.
say something
Kelly's
about-
not.
Fuck R. Kelly, because I don't care about I don't care about Kelly when he pissing and who mouth open. Whoa, it's just too many distractions. I already told you. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about Kelly when he take a piss and whose mouth he's pissing in because it's not my mouth. You feel me? And if you're putting yourself in a position or you're selling your kids, that's your stupid ass fault. We talked about that last week.
It is true.
And I just don't want to have a conversation about it because we have to be better as parents and people. Same thing my mom said. My mom like, I'm coming through there. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to go. I'm a yank you the fuck up out of there if I felt like my kid was in some sort of danger,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Especially my daughter.
Exactly.
Fathers, y'all got daughters.
Man.
I don't. But I know y'all.
Shit.
I know what I.
That's a wrap.
Man, let me just tell
Be like,
you.
here, Tim, hold this one. You hold this
Yeah,
one.
square minute.
Secure who?
Ooh.
I will say,
Fuck out of here,
the
bro.
whole,
I mean, like we move different, man.
it's interesting. It's interesting being
We're
an
not doing that.
ex-player, right? And then all of a sudden, like having a little one right there, because you start realizing, like, if anybody like you ever came around,
Man.
Well, that's
true. That is true.
it's
too.
so like then no, I only say
that's
that because
that's
it
an
helps you.
elevation.
It helps you with the karma of it, right? Because
Yeah.
like all these things, like if anything, it makes me very very mindful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, and it makes me want to hopefully tell Trey, man, this is how you gotta treat these women.
True.
Just because
That's true.
this woman life didn't choose them. You know what I mean?
No.
And so it's like, man, but it's like back in my day, nah, man, I'm like conquest, man. What is the Bible verse? Spread your seed and multiply.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, Pert.
just-
Stop. I already know where you went. I already know.
Spread that eagle.
So it's like, nah, I feel that. It's
Multi-thighs,
interesting. It's
nigga.
interesting.
Like, hey, man.
But it's
is
interesting,
what it
like
is.
how we because it helps me like see how fucking screwed up this world really is, right?
it is fucked up.
Because like, all right, so Cardi, and like we're not gonna hammer on that, but
No,
Cardi
no,
got
no.
caught up in
It's
some
all-
bullshit, right? It's all cyclical, right? It's all the belt. And so
It's the circle, baby. It's
and
the
so,
belt.
like, Cardi felt like she had to take a man. She said that they were her boyfriends, right?
Or just a
so
nigga- or
like
just a
this is
nigga who wanted to
multiple.
fuck.
This is multiple motherfuckers, right? Y'all know each other. That you gonna set this man up. You're gonna get this man drunk, get him on his favorite shit, and then take his shit, walk away, walk out of his life, right? But that's a viable option, right?
Okay.
That's a viable option.
I got you.
Right? Just like a viable option for some might be, all right, you want me to go catch this body, I'll go catch it, and I'll go away for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
All
Okay.
viable options out
Okay.
here, right?
Nah, you right.
And
Yeah.
my whole thing is right now is what are the viable options that we setting up for the next ones? So before you go on it, let me just explain to this, right? So right now, Instagram models, that's the shit, right? Anybody can be an Instagram model, get the proper filters, get the proper lighting,
Yeah,
you
swipe
good,
up.
right?
Swipe-
Swipe
yeah.
up, right? That's a hustle now, right?
Yes.
Eventually, the hustle that we had of the Mona Lisas, because that's what it is, right?
Right.
True.
Right?
True.
That won't be needed anymore because we don't ever make contact anymore, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are we leading to where the more and more shit that we have to do for survival becomes like, it's not out there anymore.
I mean,
Like once you take away the weed game, right? A lot of things are gonna change, right? Once they legalize in Texas with us having our channel, right? All the rappers told everybody the game is changing.
Yeah.
I
Right?
don't
So
think-
that game will change.
I don't think
all the games are changing right
in
now.
that regard, yes. In that regard, I don't think they changed because when Tex hit me up, he was like, "Man, I just left the dab shop." I was like, "The what? The dab shop?" He said, "Yeah, you go in there, you pay $3. It's
Yeah.
a dab bar."
It's like an internet cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you actually opening up more businesses, and you're elevating more people into being wealthy. So
And that's what bothers me is because
I
right
think
now
that's what bothers these conservatives that keep voting against these things is they don't want to have people like me and you become wealthy by listen to me, bro, by
I got
creating
you.
genius ass ideas to have something like a dab bar, a place where you can just
but the
come.
systems are already in place, brother. And
understand.
so because we're so far behind because we're not thinking about the next,
Because we're red state.
right?
Yeah.
The blue
because
states
we're
are
not,
doing well.
Well, just because we're not trying to like right now.
I don't want to make this political,
No,
but I'm
but
just
like,
telling you the
no,
blue
like
states,
right
are,
now,
the
I
blue
was
states
over
are
here
doing
telling
well.
somebody, I was telling somebody just to go buy land, and they were like, "What do you mean go buy land? Like go buy land by a river for vacation home?" I was like, "No, just go buy land," and they were like, "Why?" I was like, "It could be anywhere, because eventually somebody's going to put a warehouse to grow something indoors."
True.
And they're like, "Why would somebody do that?" And I'd be like, "Because there's only so much square footage in the world."
That's true.
And so like,
But you got to keep some
but
of
those,
the green.
but those are
So,
things where I'm like, in 10 years, it's probably going to be legalized in most of the rural South, right? Because if we made money off of cotton, man, we're going to make money off of him.
Die out.
If
And
we
some
make
old
money
Dems, too.
off, dude,
When
these
we're,
industries,
I would say in the next 20 to 30 years, when we're the old heads, right?
Yes,
exactly.
When we're the 60 and 70-year-olds,
Yes.
I feel like that's when it will be because we're already open minded into that, and I don't think we're gonna grow up to be crabby ass old men because we grew up in such a great time. We grew up in a diverse time. We grew up in the birth of hip hop. We saw the rise and the fall of rock, unfortunately.
Well,
And,
a lot of
and that's
people-
sad, but
yeah.
but we saw so many things coming with the internet era, technology era.
well, we
So-
hit that,
and we also saw
Pinnacle.
we also saw
like anybody
the
70 before.
the edge of racism, not that racism has ever died, but on a massive scale versus kind of shrink
You
down,
saw, like,
build
the
back
next
up,
level.
shrink back
down.
down until it gets to a point where we're running around here with kids like yours and mine that's running around here half and halves that honestly have only one identity, and that's just mankind. You feel me? Like it's not about being black, it's not being white, it's not. That's when you can look at the box and check other and say or don't want to comply. They can be like, man, fuck y'all.
No, that was after Tiger
I
said,
know, but I don't. Yeah, I don't want to tell y'all nothing. Yeah, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? But
because down the line we've been all mixing fun.
of course,
with
no,
all
of course,
Yeah.
of
Off top.
course. I mean, look how black he is compared to me, man.
You know
No,
what I'm saying?
but I mean, it is what it is, and I think when we erase those lines and those margins, and then just become one, what you're talking about will come into fruition because what we're gonna do, I'm gonna vote for anyway. I don't even smoke weed no more.
But it's not even
I
like
don't
about.
fucking
It's not even
smoke
about
weed no more.
It's not even about legalization. I'm just seeing that industries are changing.
No, it is about
And
that.
because
though.
so many,
It
just
is
like
about that.
just
though.
like the media industry is changing.
Why would a state want to pay money to house prisoners for weed when they could charge
Because
the
it's an
smokers
industry, Pert.
and make
Because
billions?
it's an industry,
I don't
Pert.
give a fuck about the business.
No, that's what I'm
about
saying.
the industry.
No, it's because there's so much money flowing in these.
They're not getting They're not
in
getting
these-
billions.
in these avenues of money, and that's what I'm saying, Pert.
You think they're
Certain
getting
things-
billions?
No, I'm saying if we think about all the ways to make money as rivers, right? All side by side, right?
Yeah.
Some of them are starting to dry up, and because those are drying up, motherfuckers are looking for new rivers.
Right.
And so because you start seeing, like my grandfather went over to the steel mill until it closed, bruh. And I know one day that the market changes, and because it changes, I'm saying
I'm on around
right now they're saying that with the CBDs and all that
I fuck
stuff
with
that
them
it's
CBDs,
the
man. Fuck with me, man. Hey,
but
you know,
it's
CBDs are legal
CBD.
everywhere, right?
They are legal.
Yeah.
Hey, CBDs, man. Y'all fuck with me, man. Send me all your products, man. I'm gonna try them out. Do a little
But
video.
it's one of those things. It's one of those things where they're saying,
We're on a diet, man.
no, it's the
I
highest.
love diet weed.
But no, this
It's
is like
great.
real talk. This is like real
It
money,
helps
real
my
talk.
anxiety.
It's because it's becoming the highest grossing revenue generating industry, right?
You want to know why?
It doesn't even matter why.
There is a why.
It-
You have to listen
no,
to the why. if
But
you
wait,
want-
Pert, we're not the ones who are patenting shit, right? So like when Philip Morris no longer can sell us cigarettes because we don't care about tobacco, they already got us on the next one, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, we should be, instead of being distracted by
That's
the
too woke for me.
bullshit,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe
we
it's-
should be looking over at how we're gonna capitalize on our awareness.
Okay, there's,
like if
there's
you're
only 5
if you
CBD,
woke,
official CBD shops in Houston right now. So with that being said, there's only 5. I just talked to the guy.
Yeah.
And my homie on Facebook owns one of them. Officials, not the head shops.
yeah.
Just 5 CBD stores, Trey. So if we wanted to get in ahead of the game, yes, if you wanted to get ahead of the game, we can already be ahead of the game by being that 6th or that 10th. Let's just say we get to that 10th spot. So we're already in the position to where when weed is legal, we can jump into our next thing. Now let's just say we create something in the kitchen where we're like, ooh, weed, a brisket, nigga. So you see,
my whole
I know,
thing
but don't
is,
say so we can't patent shit. So we can, and we can get in the curb, but we gotta when we see the ball being thrown, nigga, we gotta swing.
And
Because
that's
if
what
you
I'm
don't
saying,
swing
is that
and
so
you get
many,
3 strikes,
You gonna
no,
strike
it's
out
just so
every
many
time.
balls are being thrown, and it's not just. I only use the weed one because
I
it
know,
makes
but I'm
sense.
just- I'm throwing- I'm throwing it
I'm
out
saying
there.
it's the media, it's the way that we hustle. It's the fact that now the young kids don't want to work for a motherfucker anymore.
nobody
Yeah,
wants
that's
to work
true.
period
Right?
nowadays.
True.
And so but we know we were from that generation. Like we are definitely on the cusp of some shit.
Yes.
And right. And so our time, right, you had to go out there, put out that application, get
Got
that job.
Got to.
Like when people said
But
like talking to a millennial about a 401k plan is like one of the craziest things ever, because they're like, wait, so I'm just going to keep on paying this money, and at 60 when I'm not able to do anything, I get all that money back. I don't
this
want
dick
that.
still gonna work at 60.
But they don't
Square
see that because they never ever saw somebody who actually had a pension, right? Until you see somebody with a pension, you don't know that. Until you see somebody,
y'all got me fucked up.
until you see
square
somebody
visit.
with a retirement
I'll probably
account,
die
you
fucking.
don't see that shit,
I know.
right?
Well, yes, but
And so that's what I'm saying, is that people are not getting the same
So, but you know,
exposure.
okay, so you know what their retirement. This is how naive that is to think though. So that with their retire, I do the math now, right? I'm just about to buy a house at 38. By the time I buy a house, I'll be 38,
68.
right? I'll be 68 by the time I finish paying for this house. I may be 68, 70 before I can actually retire, right? So I mean, my grandfather, my like 80, and then the other one's like 94. So I got the genetics to make it 20 years, but listen to me. That 401k. Let's just say I had 100 in there, right?
Yeah.
Which is fairly low. You could probably do better, but let's say my house is paid for. I have 100. My taxes at that time, because everything's gonna go up. Let's just say they're $400-500 a month. With my Social Security and the other shit, like nigga, the house is still good. So when I die, the house is still good. I might still have a little bag to leave my wife on the backside. With insurance, I will. So they can have that. They can have the house. They can have what's in the 401k. They can have all this revenue that we leaving behind, bro. So it's bigger than millennials want microwave meals. We're used to fucking putting now laters in front of the oven or the heater and melting that now later on the heater and waiting 5 to 10 minutes until it gets gooey and then go and eat it. So we're used to the slow old method, bro. We're not used to the microwave meal. They better get up on board.
What
Because
if I tell you I don't agree with
they better get
all of the old ways?
Well, they better. Well, I'm just telling you,
of doing it.
that's fine. That's fine. But don't tell me that the old ways are wrong, because the problem is most niggas don't believe in no ways,
I got
and
it.
that's the reason why we don't have shit.
No, I honestly believe that you got to believe in something.
Got to.
to accomplish anything, right?
But everybody can't be an entrepreneur, and I'm tired of people lying to people. Like I'm tired of the Dame Dashes. I'm tired of everybody saying be your own boss, because motherfucker, if everybody's your own boss, that's like if we all had a business in this room and we like, oh man, just support me, and the money just rotating. But when the bills start going out, and somewhere in this little circle, that rotation of money is going to drop out to somebody else's dreams, man. We can't think everybody. Everybody can't be a fucking boss, bro. Everybody can't open up a business, bro. People need to work, man. People need to work. You need to have worker bees. Think about the beehive.
Got you.
There's a queen.
Yeah.
She don't do shit. She don't do shit but have babies all day.
That's it.
That's all that's her number one job. Then you got the niggas that go get the pollen. Then you got your worker bees that do bro, it's a system. So to say everybody could be the queen bee that could just sit there and get fat and don't do nothing but just shit money out, that's a fucking lie, bro. That's the biggest lie that's ever told, because it takes talent to run the business. Warren posted that, and it made total sense to me when he was just like, man, you could have the cameras, you could have this, you could have that, but if you don't have the talent and the passion, you're not going to fucking make money. Exactly. And to sit there and lie to people, that's like me telling my 5'5" kid, yeah, you gonna make it in the NBA, knowing he's not finna grow another inch past that.
Yeah, but you're a realist, though.
But I don't want to set him up to even put all his eggs into one basket. Now, you could be Muggsy Balls. You could be Nate Robinson.
Use it as a platform.
You could be Nate Robinson. But, nigga, I need to see some Nate Robinson skills first. I need to see you dunking. I need to see you.
It takes 10,000 hours to do anything.
That's great. But at 10,000 hours with me and you on the basketball court, we still could be trash.
True.
So here's the thing.
See?
No. Because
Get the goddamn belt, Pat. Spiked his ass.
Yeah. No, because Pert knows that this is a foundation to the Travius Lawson identity.
Yes.
So I believe that over that 10,000 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first 100 hours I would be trash, right?
Okay.
But over that first 100 hours, my body would adjust.
Yes.
Right? And so therefore my footwork would become different.
Right.
And within that next 1,000, right?
Okay.
Then I actually have a skill. And once I take that one skill and develop that times 10, then after 10,000 hours, I can make a living.
Right.
Yes.
And that's all that anybody's ever trying to do, right?
But how are you surviving to get to that 10,000 hours?
Now, here's the thing where what Warren said made perfect sense, and I understand what you're saying where talent does it, right?
And your wife only gonna believe that mixtape coming out for so long.
Oh shit. Oh, everybody knows that there is a poster in this room that is essentially what happened when my wife said I'm accustomed to a certain standard of living, and we all must figure out a way to focus on maintaining that.
Yes.
Right.
And everybody knows what I did.
Yes.
Which was I got another job.
Yeah.
And I became Uncle Phil. But there's a whole different thing, man. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, the queen does run shit. Yeah, the old ways do make sense. But in the end, bro, the world's changing. And these motherfuckers who don't know the lessons, right? They're just going to fall victim to other shit and other traps, just like we fell victim to the credit trap, just like we fell victim to the student loan trap.
Yeah. The student loan trap.
Just like we fell victim to many other for-profit things, because everybody's an entrepreneur. And it does take talent. And here's the talent that it takes. It takes the determination, right? To do it every single time. Because you remember how we started out. It was 2 fucking webcams, man.
Of course.
Right? Yeah. And now we're on 4K.
Yeah.
Whenever we choose to. Right?
I got you.
Because the thing is that along the way we made adjustments, and every single week it got better. Right? Yeah. And so during those weeks we had people pass. We had life get in the fucking way.
Yeah.
We had many times where Pat got married. Yeah. He was over here doing a whole wedding during this run of 20.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying is, like, if you have the determination to believe in yourself that you're going to pull it off, then you can get that 10,000 hours.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to just be that guy with the shaky camera still trying to get that deal. and over bad mouthing other people who already had the skills and put in that 10,000 hours. Because that's what happened. Warren, obviously, just fresh media is one of our homies. So it's like he's coming here and filmed before. He puts out great work. This other guy who did not put out great work did not get the bid, right? And then just decided to go on the video and just start bad mouthing all in the comments, right? That says something about you as an entrepreneur. That says something about you as a man, dog. Exactly. Right?
Yes.
You should be getting on your grind because that's what it is. It's everybody gotta get on their grind for their own shit.
Most videographers, and I hate to say this, they're emotional as hell.
We are.
And I'm not because I don't really even care to. But most of the videographers that I know, they're heavily emotional, bro. Like they get into this.
Hey Tim.
They get into this work, man. They just wear their emotions on their sleeves, right?
Yeah.
Like Pep is like probably the best director in this city, bro. Like no cap. But then he gets into this emotional shit where he just like, and I'll tell him about it when he gets there. You know me, I'm just like, dog, if you don't fucking take this energy and put it somewhere else and go do this and go do that. Same thing with Warren when he gets into posting all that stuff, and I'm like, dog, write a book. Because you're writing good content and you're giving it away for people for free. And you have people that'll, and I don't mean that like get the fuck off my timeline. I really mean in the utmost respect ways, like create something. Go write a fucking book. Go write a book.
Put him in. He's been about a couple of different times.
Yeah. He's been here a couple of times. When we did the interracial thing, the guy that came that night, that was next to me.
Okay,
yeah. I mean, but they a lot of videographers are over eccentric when it comes down to that. I'm not that he was in that situation, because anybody that goes and make a whole video about another man is
all right. So let me tell you why. I
hate to even make this
as the emotional videographer.
It's like talking to your girl, like, girl, you let him hit, you gonna let me hit. That's the lamest shit you can do.
That is the lamest shit.
Like,
no, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
No, like, that brought me to Sway Lee.
No,
that brought me to Sway Lee over here. Right. All right. So here's what I thought about, and this might date me a little bit, but like when Kobe got caught, right? And he was like, but Shaq does this all the time.
That was the weakest shit ever.
And we were like, yo, man, why did you bring up Shaq?
Why you put home? And that's the only reason why Shaq got the divorce, because of him.
Yeah,
because he put it out there, and then like, cause we all know that in California, it's money gone.
Well, like, you remember being on the phone with the girl when we was young. It was just certain shit you wouldn't say.
We did that. We did that at time, but
like,
see,
I'm not gonna throw you in the bus.
I mean, my wife now was actually a girlfriend of one of my friends, and I never had to slam. But this was years later when we connected, right? But I never had to slam him or talk about him negative in order to, because I was like, that doesn't really do anything for my friendship, number one, and then number two, that doesn't do anything for our relationship in general as far as me and you. Because it doesn't really need to be built upon that. Because the relationship in this time around was built upon just friendship. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you can, because I built relationships upon sex plenty of times, right? And then when the sex gets dry, boring, you don't get it enough, then the relationships extend apart. But do something new. The biggest thing this last time around, I was like, okay, I want to build a relationship on strictly friendship. That way I know at the end of the day, we're still friends. And even when we don't get along and don't like each other's shit, we can still be friends and be like, hey, you hungry? Yeah, I'm still hungry. Like, let's go eat. And then have conversation and gradually work your way back into loving, sexual, like,
damn, you just touched a good point. So you think nowadays relationships should be built off of friendship
first.
Well, I think that's how the old people used to do it.
That's
right?
amazing.
Yeah,
but I think
that's amazing though. You open up a whole nother gate.
No, seriously.
No, that's real talk. Like,
I have been in a relationship with previous, like,
attraction.
Right, it wasn't built off of friendship. So when she would get mad or something, the friendship wasn't there. So it's like your natural care of being like, hey, you okay?
Yeah.
The kids need to eat. Yeah. Everybody's good.
Yeah.
So you think it should be built off of
I'm
friendship.
telling
No,
you.
man,
If you're
I
telling
think
you, I'm
that's
telling
that's
you.
the fact.
I don't think anything. I'm telling you.
I
If you
think-
But
want,
like, but I'm telling you, the young kid, because you
You'll
know,
be-
I'm stuck in the era where
Yeah.
I'm stuck in the era where I'm the big homie and I'm the little homie at the same time.
nah.
well, you
So the young
you're in the
kids,
J. Cole middle,
Let me-
you're in
right,
the middle child era.
right, I'm a
Let me
middle
give you a
child
little
era,
piece
right.
of game.
Yeah.
Let me give
So
you
the
a
young
little
kids
piece.
don't know that. You know
No.
what I'm saying?
A little piece of the married game.
I
is
represent,
this.
you know what I mean?
And
Well,
an old person
it's not even
taught me
it's not
this.
even it's not even about marriage. I mean, I'll let you go.
Right,
It's
right.
not even about marriage.
A
Trey.
relationship
We're just talking
and
a
friendship,
relationship, man.
period.
Like friendship, and
Right.
when people are like, I don't want to ruin my, like, don't wait to have sex. Then, like, let's just
Right.
kick it and go out.
It's
And-
more
right.
Like I literally, no bullshit, and my wife would tell you, I literally, she used to come over there and like, oh, he went to sleep on me, he fell asleep, and he'll tell you like, she came over there to fucking, I was like, I didn't want to have sex with her because I was already single and doing other things, and honestly, I just enjoyed her company.
Right.
You feel me? So and then the support, the shoulder to cry on, everything around full circle, right? I wasn't looking to have sex with her, and it actually made our relationship be a stronger base of a relationship when you enter it that way. And I'll let you go
Right.
into what
Of
you
the
what your
friendship.
tips for marriage, because
So somebody told me, and it was an old person. I'm not gonna say who because it makes me sad.
It's all right.
But they told me, man, you're gonna be friends longer than your lovers.
yes,
And you didn't
And
get
I
it at
was
the
like,
point,
I didn't
yeah.
have
You
no
didn't understand at
idea.
the
I
point.
was still out there doing my thing, right?
Right.
Like I'm a musician, man. I play guitar. It's easy.
Right.
So it's like, but it's like once I actually got into a relationship, I realized, honestly, like with my wife right now, like we're friends, right? And we
Yeah.
were friends first.
Right.
She saw me with other women, so she already like it wasn't like when I approached her, it wasn't like that because she
Right.
already knew how I was.
But ain't the friendship
Otherwise.
be kind of, to me, I think the friendship be cooler than the relationship.
that's what it needs to be,
Sometimes,
though.
yeah.
That's what I'm.
You get what I'm going, right?
That's
No,
what I'm
like,
trying
I'll-
to tell
I'll
you.
crack
we
hang out.
could crack a funny joke that we both get.
See,
Yeah.
Off of relationship status is like, you my nigga.
so when you get people that,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I know
yeah.
I know Trey,
When
you
you get-
understand
Yeah,
exactly
no,
what I
no,
mean.
when you
like-
get people
like,
that
yeah.
put too much into,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
we literally go
Like,
out places and we have like
Like, oh, you just be cracking on people and shit.
So-
Like, look at him with them tall red socks
yeah.
on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that should be cooler than a relationship.
yeah.
when you get people that put the fake love on Front Street, or put the value of paying for this or paying for that, like all that shit is phony as hell, man. Because I'm telling
It
you, right,
doesn't last, man.
it's not even matter about it. What I'm telling you is like the basis of that relationship, you just built it upon money, right? So when the money runs dry and you can't take her to Fugu the Child, and you can't
out of there, huh?
you can't
Been
take her
there.
to Taste of Texas, and you like, man, tonight, man,
we
just,
can't
I
even
just
go
want
to
to pull
Cheddar's
up
today.
I just want to pull up at Water. I just want to pull up at Waterbury and give me a little number 5 and go home.
Right.
She's
Man,
like, I don't eat that. Like, man,
I
and
think
get
about
it.
a woman not every single day, but at least once a week who told me that I would never be able to afford to see to take her to places that she would need to be.
Yes.
Wow.
Or ever take her on the vacation she was meant to
I would love to
have.
see her right now.
And it's like funny because as I was traveling
Text
the
me on
world,
Facebook. Let me see what
as
she
I
looks
was
like.
traveling the world and taking pictures here and there, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just thinking to myself, I was like, man, this girl told me that I would never ever do it.
Yeah,
Little do she know.
yeah.
Would never. And it was like it was one of those things where it's like I didn't feel like that overwhelming, like I got it.
No,
I did
it was just like a
It was
epiphany
more
moment,
like,
like-
man, it was
and
like
she
more
will-
like I felt sad.
And she
Right.
will always be a chaser.
Right.
She will always be a chaser, and she will always go after money, bro, or be a
Yeah.
or pretend to love somebody.
But I didn't have
just
it
for
money.
this.
I didn't have the
I know.
money.
I'm not.
You know I
I'm
didn't.
not
Right.
telling you.
We
I'm,
all
I'm,
was broke.
I'm
We
not
was
telling
all
you that.
broke
I'm
as
not
shit.
telling you had the money. I'm telling you that woman right now is not happy right now because she can get all that and go all across the world.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't have the attention that she needs, those are the women that walk into the room that need to have the attention of every person in that room. Those are I don't even want to call it out, but
Yeah.
somebody very close to me has a woman like that that has
No,
to
I know.
that,
We all
that has
know.
that has
Has
to
to have
have
the-
We all know,
the
man.
center of attention with those situations where again we found pleasure in being low key.
Right.
Yeah.
We go to the restaurant like, nah, don't tell us my birthday.
No.
Don't tell us my birthday.
Like, look,
Happy birthday.
Listen,
You in that bitch like, man, I
listen,
told
the
you not
first
to
time I
tell
pop
them
a
it was
bottle
my
in the
birthday.
club.
Trey, you know.
Listen, bro.
We-
The first time I pop a bottle in the club, I told the way, I say, bro, please do not bring
the
no
sparkles.
sparkles. Just naturally, like, don't come here with no sparkles. Just come give it to me with some ice and we good.
I know they came out with the waving hands.
Like, no sparkles.
they
You,
came
like,
out-
you know what I'm saying?
But I
Because
know they
here's
came
the
out with the
deal,
waving
bro.
hands, bro.
All those sparkles and all that stuff, it brings the attention that
Bro, I
now
want
everybody
that.
wants, right?
Yeah.
And everybody now knows from our generation, because we were on the cusp, that when you
Yeah.
have those sparklers and everything, it lets all the vultures know
Yeah.
And
that
here they go.
motherfucker got the
They
bag.
got
You
money.
gotta,
Right?
Right.
Not you, Pat. I know but it's like, motherfucker got the bag. And so it's like, right now, motherfuckers, attention is the new crack,
It
which
is,
means
right?
be scared.
Right.
Because you want to know
Yes.
something, Cardi B is out there.
Right.
Hey, Trey, I have a question. I have a serious
Yeah.
question.
Speak.
Have you ever slammed your dick in a car door?
You know, the Caucasian got to come off with it. Don't be messing with you. Never.
Wow. I'm
deep-
speechless for like the first time all night.
Maybe the pool. Maybe the pool hole.
man. Dick and door, man.
Maybe the
Not
pool.
do not
Dick
disturb.
and
Maybe the
Dick
pool
door.
hole in the pool with the water.
Oh.
Man, whatever happened to the old days when you can get over to that pool jet in the public pool and just kind of chill out for a second without anybody looking at
That's
you?
what I was going with.
So now everybody looking at you because everybody knows about the pool jet. And it's like, yo, man, I'm just trying to go over here and just chill with some hot water for a while over at the pool jet. Now you want to go get the belt. Now everybody looking at
Hey,
you.
I'm about to hit it with the snap, man.
Yeah.
Hit it with the snap, man. Nah, man. That's all I had on the docket. I ain't really want to talk
What
about
are we
this.
talking about?
Nowadays, it's
Belts,
just
dicks,
I
car
just want to
doors.
say before we leave. So all right,
I ain't really had nothing.
since I'm a part of like the old, I'm a big homie and I'm a little homie at the same time.
Middle child.
So I'm thinking, so with our older way, do you think that with the new waves, with the
Okay.
new things that's going on,
Who the fuck
do
is
we
calling me from
adapt? Do
Channelview,
not
dude?
not that we adapt, but do we learn some type of and take some type of things from them and add it with our ways? Because you know, but back then, you know, back then it's like get just
I did.
directly to the distributor. Back
Okay.
then we had to figure out how to get there.
Okay.
So I
do
did.
you get what I'm saying?
I'll let you. I mean, I can go first, but you can
You
go
know,
first.
understand
where
I'm
It's
going
up
with
to you.
this.
I'll go
Do
first.
we
'cause
learn?
it's
Do
your
we
show
take
and
some
you
of
can
that?
close
Do
it
we
out.
take some of
Yeah,
they? Do we take some of their younger ways and don't do their fuck ups and add it
Yes.
to our older ways?
Yes,
And
yes.
gain from this?
Oh yeah.
Or do we just look at them like they don't know what the fuck they doing because
No,
they
I'm
doing
not-
something?
I'm
right.
not that
I
old
think
guy.
I think
and I'll
that the
let him
new woke,
Woke up.
right?
They did,
the new
bro.
woke is different than woke that we now.
Right.
Like when we said woke back in the day, it was about being knowledgeable, having a clear point of view, right?
Right.
Being whoever you gonna be, right?
Right.
The Erica Badu in you,
Right.
right? But now being woke is something different. Being woke is like seeing for me, and everybody knows I say the same thing all the time. I believe that everything is a distraction.
Right.
And because everything is a distraction, right? Whether it's the news, the TV, or whatever, from you being able to choose what you're going to do for your 24 hours a day,
Right.
because you are distracted by trying to eat,
Right.
trying to sleep, trying to have a
Right.
roof over your
Right.
head, trying to make
Whatever
sure you
it
have a
is.
roof over your head,
Right.
all that shit, because you're so busy with survival, they've taken that will from you, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Right.
I don't just feel that way. A lot of millennials feel that way.
Right.
They feel like there should be a work-life balance. They feel like there should be time where I can shut off
Right.
this and shut off that and do this and nobody can bother me. You don't get to be a workaholic because why should you be a workaholic?
Right.
So like they're coming at it from a whole new frame, and that's why I say we're on the cusp, because we were taught a whole bunch of lessons that won't apply for my kids.
Right. It's like
I-
the Old
I,
Testament.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And so, like,
You're right
I
about
say
that,
that the new woke is being able to realize, man, that when it's changing, that you should be that middle child for a little while. You should
Right.
recognize and try to bridge that gap, because those are the ones who are going to be nimble when it's time.
But what he's
Right.
saying, what he's saying is, do we take something from the new, and instead of just thinking all of them are fucking Kodak black retards, right? Because they're not.
Because something
They-
is working.
There is something that is working. So what
I
I'm
think
what
they're
I'm
going to
looking
be
at.
gone.
No, what I don't care about them in general. I'm just talking about the newer generation.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm talking about what I'm talking about is evolution of man.
Correct.
Because
That's what I
you're
was
right.
getting.
We can't stick to everything in our old ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Our old ways got us this far, though.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to trying to bait me into being some attention whore, I don't want to be that. So
If power went out right now everywhere,
I'll be fine.
We be burning
Because
candles
I
we know how to burn
live
candles.
almost.
you see everybody in this room.
I got some
Oh,
candles
you see,
waiting to burn
everybody
for
in
your
this room
ass.
was like, "Oh, I'm cool,"
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
But
My
take a
kid-
millennium.
No, my kids, I lost
Yeah.
power for. I
They're
lost
like, what
power
the
for 2
fuck?
hours at my house.
And they couldn't figure
The
out
stove was out. You
the
know what I
different
did?
methods.
I fired at the
Yeah.
barbecue pit,
You
and
feel what I'm
I
saying?
cooked dinner with the beans and
Oh,
everything in the pot.
That's how we do.
On
Wasn't
the
even a
barbecue.
problem.
On the no,
And that's what I'm saying is that
With a fucking
we're
flashlight.
Getting farther, We're
Right.
getting farther and farther away from.
yeah,
from
but I
that,
don't think
though.
we should not learn any that we don't.
And
we-
so I
we
think that
don't
they're
learn
successful.
anything.
No,
We
I
do
think
learn
that they're
shit from
open.
them.
I think that they're vulnerable,
I
bro.
think
That makes us a responsibility.
I think that
to
they're
keep it going,
vulnerable.
though.
I think that they're. Oh, we about to wrap anyway. I think that they're open-minded and their optimism and just being explorers. I think that's great because I think that you should try to explore every avenue in life. Like your kids and my kids will have a different path than me and you because me and you did it the old way.
Right.
And if we want them to do it the new way and say, you know what, you don't have to move out. I'm not gonna be the dick dad. Like, no, I want you to bring your girl over, whatever the case may be. But I want you to be established by the time you're out of my possession.
No, we're second generation immigrants.
Yes, but I just want you to be established so you can still inherit the new way and say, hey, you know what, Dad, I really want to. Nobody was there when we said, I want to be a rapper. I want to make a band.
Well, because
right?
we were immigrants.
So but we had to be starving artists out here, and nobody gave us the benefit, and we didn't have the World Wide Web at the fingertips, right? We didn't have the followers at the fingertips. Because when I was exciting, like a young nigga, if you put me in today's time, I'd be like 100,000 up on Instagram right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy. But because now I'm more conservative in my ways.
Your energy was on 10.
Yes.
Like,
Oh no, I would be.
you get
Trust
what
me,
I'm
bro.
saying?
I would be.
So
I
you
would.
can't.
I would be up,
Yeah.
and I would have the clout, and I would have
Exactly.
this. But because of our old ways and our energies dying down or toning down, I'm telling you the old you're gonna when your kids see I have older kids. I have a son that's 20, and another one's gonna be 18. So when your kids are older, then you'll understand what I'm talking about, where you're adapted to both generations. Because believe it or not, I have to listen to the new bullshit. Because when Kobe takes over the music,
Take me to-
I gotta
play
listen.
chord.
I gotta get in there and be like,
I gotta
learn-
start
and
liking
I gotta
some
learn,
of
I gotta
that
learn
shit,
new
Trey,
goddamn
you know what I'm
dances,
saying?
and I gotta
So
like
dating so many immigrants, right? This is why I say immigrant, right? And why we're second generation, right?
Okay.
So they always used to talk about their parents who came from the old country, know the old language and everything like that, right? Then you ever talk to a new Indian or Pakistani girl, she's like, man, I know how to speak Urdu, but not
I
really.
don't really
too
fuck with it like
right?
that, yeah.
And then like you get the third generation where they're like,
I
no,
don't do this shit
don't
at
fuck
all.
that shit.
and
No.
because everybody
Yeah.
was like, no, don't learn that shit,
right.
So because you're American now, you don't need to
Yeah.
learn that, right?
Right.
And so like that's why I say that we're all immigrants, right? Because we're not from Houston,
Exactly.
right?
No,
But we came to, but I'm not.
Nobody
From this
is.
country,
Well,
except
except
yeah.
Patrick.
country. Like,
But we came.
You're not from
all-
Houston?
Yeah.
But we
Oh,
came
you're the only
to
one
Houston,
then.
right? And so establishing our roots here,
Of
right?
course.
We
Right.
now can go, all right, second generation, since you don't have to
Right.
move anywhere.
Okay.
And you don't have to learn a new
I see what you're
city.
saying. Yeah, I see what you're
Then
saying.
like,
'Cause I was like,
then
nigga,
now
I'm
you're
like,
built up, right?
First generation.
No,
Well,
because
no,
like
no,
we
no,
always
no,
think
no.
about it that is money based.
I am first generation
and
of
money
college
based
degrees and other things. you know
Yeah,
what
a
I'm
whole
saying?
bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But money got us looking the wrong way because it
Right.
wasn't about money.
It's
right?
not about money.
Because we know rich people who got problems. We know
Yes.
we know
They
poor
got the
people who got
biggest-
problems.
Right.
Problems are
It's a-
universal.
but it's about creating opportunities
Yeah.
for the next gen to where we can still embrace old values, but
That's where I was going with it.
our time is expired already, bro. We
Oh,
don't
no, I remember
because
that.
I tell my kids don't go to college, just go get a cert.
Right. Because we
Right.
play a
Right.
responsibility.
Oh, dude, I believe
But
in
the
I
dis-
believe
but
in-
the discipline to get the cert is not going to be as easy as fucking
All right.
college because they're going to pass you in college if you're paying that money. Like I'm telling you, nigga, I did great in college, but there was people that I helped cheat and wash away through
Absolutely.
college, so they
There's a lot
wouldn't
of
be
people that
wasting
cheat
their
through
money,
college. Right.
and at least they could walk away with a
Yeah.
degree. Now, if you take that degree and apply to a job and you can't do the job, then you'll get fired from 99 jobs, and then you're gonna realize, well, this isn't for me. I need to go back and flipping burgers, and then you're gonna be old and too long. That's a whole catastrophe story that doesn't need to be described.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
That's
a whole
something
nother
totally
podcast.
different. But I'm telling you, in the context, is like if you're going to do it the right way, then yes, it's great for you. But the discipline and these kids don't have enough discipline to not be on the phone. Like they can't eat lunch in the fucking at the shops in the lunchroom without looking at their phone like
Because
this.
they're distracted and not spending.
When
the
I'm like, look at all
10,000.
this goddamn beautiful
But that-
ass
but-
around
but
me.
we have a
I'm just about to eat
responsibility.
lunch.
Like
I'm about to look. See, we
we
married
all-
now, Pat.
we
Like
all have-
you can look, but you can look. Like you can look at the menu, but you don't have to. You have to eat what's serving.
But
You know
we,
what I'm saying?
we're
But you-
responsible.
but you don't have to.
We're
eat.
responsible to install them own ways in them.
I know,
though.
but what I'm telling you is like I could eat off of this menu, but I could sit up there. So and sometimes I just like to people watch, bro. And I'm in the middle of the shop. I be watching these mass shootings, all this other shit. I just want to watch what everybody's doing. I don't want to be on my fucking phone and
No, but
this
we're
guy was
different.
right in front of me.
We're
with
already
this guy
different,
was right in front of me with an AK that just lit me up. I want to be aware of everything that's around me. So when I go to lunch and I'm just enjoying lunch, you know, I post my little pic of the food and then boom, and then I be. Wife's texting me, everybody's texting me like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, I was eating.
Like he's a regular.
I have to watch Johnny have to watch a YouTube video while he washed dishes. Then he have to washing 13 dishes for an hour with the water running because he has to watch the YouTube video. Has to watch his Joe Rogan YouTube while he's washing dishes, and then he stops when Joe gets.
Right.
And then he goes back, bro. Like those kids, they're robots, bro. We are not made of that same. So taking the two things of using the technology to your advantage,
Right.
and then also applying that technology for your advantage, bro.
Exactly.
You feel me?
To take that.
That's what he's talking about. It's
That's
not.
what I'm
It's
saying.
that's what he's talking about. Like, do we
Do we
just
take that-
Do we just stick to the old stuff, or do we take some of the new stuff that they're doing?
And apply it
You know,
to,
don't be Lil Pump and Kodak Black,
Nah.
but be somebody who's using these vices to their advantage to become stars. Like people mad at the Catch Me Outside, the Bad Babies. I'm not. I was like, hey, if you went viral like the way she went viral, and you built the fan base like the way she built the fan base, she's a millionaire now.
Right.
Not even mad at her because
Pert,
if you
I'm
give
not
somebody
worried
this
about
opportunity,
any of these new motherfuckers, and the reason why is because
It's
they don't
opportunities,
have.
Trey.
All right, no.
There's opportunity,
They
though.
didn't come up with it to where they can always mine it, right? The reason why Nas is still relevant is because he can talk about his
and he
block,
probably not rich enough.
and he could still do it.
Exactly.
And he could still sit there and do all that. The reason why Jay-Z can do that is because he sat there and learned how to memorize whatever rhymes he needed to memorize.
Nobody
in his
cares
head.
about that.
No,
But
it
now it's
does.
about the
It does,
bag.
Pert,
Only we
because
do.
here's the new wave.
Only
Here's
we
the new
do.
wave.
Right.
I can put
Kids don't
anybody
care.
in your place.
Yeah,
I can put anybody in
of course.
your place.
Kids don't care.
And that's the thing that I don't like when you ask me about the new wave or listening to the new. It's because
Have you
why?
heard
Which
Lil
one
Pump's
stands
music?
out?
Like they don't give a shit about. They
Have
getting
you
this
heard
bag,
Lil
bro.
Pump's music?
Like they getting this
I-
bag. They going directly. They would
I
put
listen
some
to
trash.
Lil Pump.
They'll put some
He
trash
still
out
gotta-
and drop it that night.
You
And
thought
get a
Gucci
big
Gang
bag.
was
Because
bad?
they can't.
That nigga got
Right.
one
So
called
what
D Rose.
happens
When you
is-
say D
is
Rose,
that people
for
will get
88
enough,
bars,
Right.
and then
and
it will
throw
change.
like 4 other bars in there.
Right.
It's just
It
D
doesn't
Rose,
matter
D Rose, D Rose,
Yeah.
D Rose.
because right now
D-Rose,
that's
D-Rose,
something that
D-Rose,
somebody hasn't
D
heard
Rose,
before.
D Rose. How you done yet? D Rose, D Rose,
That's like
D Lil Pump.
Yeah.
Like,
right. That's
Yeah.
like the Mike Jones repeating.
and I mean,
Get the fucking cut.
we're way. I know because we're way over where I even want to be with that shit, Trey.
Right.
Because I hate it. I hate the fact that I have to. I'm telling you, one day your kids are gonna be around here singing the lollipop shit, and they're gonna want the ox.
Right.
They're gonna want the
And they
ox.
gonna put it in.
I teach them, like my kids love Michael Jackson. They're big fans of Michael Jackson. They love my music. They love all that, right? They love Tupac. They love They love a lot of old stuff that I play, but they still want it. Because it's their peer group, man.
I know.
And-
Like I know.
and-
It doesn't
you
bother
have-
me.
you have
It's
to-
just
you
that
have
I
to-
can play every single thing on the radio.
That's true.
Show me something.
All right,
Show
man.
me something.
I can't wait.
You're gonna be
So,
surprised.
You have nothing but time. I thank everybody for listening in on our time. But when your time comes, we'll have a conversation again because I ain't going nowhere. We gonna keep sticking to this shit because I want to see your response when your kids are where my kids are at and they're listening to bullshit and you have to put up with what I have to put up with, the ear headache.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Because it's not an eargasm, but it's definitely an ear headache. And
It doesn't bother me
Okay,
because
we'll
hopefully
see.
they'll have their own car.
And just remember, don't slam your dick in a car door.
Uncle Pat put that on record for y'all kids. So like TJ, man, don't be slamming dicks. Like apparently screwdrivers.
The hottest place in America in
Hey
Houston,
man, Play
Texas.
Podcast
We here,
episode
baby.
number 20, man. We are out.
Man.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you for tuning in to the Planet Pert podcast. Shout outs to. This is a always press record production.